Okay, as you can see, in the last couple of days, we got this decent move on the downside in internet computer, and in today's video, I'm going to check out this move and show you some potentially bullish signs that suggest maybe in the next coming days, we are going to get a decent bounce back and continue our uptrend. So with that said, hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you're having a great time with your family and loved ones. And if you remember, the last time that we talked about internet computer, we were somewhere around these areas, and I was saying, look, if we want to be bullish and say the bottom is in, we need to see a decent bounce back in order to take this high, and then after it, okay, we can definitely get some moves on the downside. Why is that? Because in terms of Elliot's waves, at that point, we would have been able to argue maybe we are having a 1, 2, 3. This is a correction for 4, and then another move up into wave 5. And what happens after a 5-wave up, you know it if you are a regular viewer, a correction, a structure on the downside. So what happened? Definitely not this scenario. And instead, from here, we got a move down, and in it, we actually took this low. Now, first things first, does this mean that our whole bullish possibility in internet computer is invalidated and overall we are not going to have a bull run anymore? Absolutely not. I find that extremely hard to believe. And you see, if you want to be able to argue that maybe the bull run is over, then okay, after having some sort of a 5-wave on the upside, you must see a very strong move down in order to take the lowest low all the way down here. Now, in ICP, where is the recent lowest low? It is right down here about, let's say, $7. So if we continue this move down and in it we take this low, okay, at that point, we're gonna say that this wasn't actually the beginning of a huge bull run. Does this mean that at that point, we're going to be extremely bearish and say we're just going to continue our move down in order to set new lows and take the lowest low, which I think it was somewhere around, there we go, $2.50. No, not really. But we are going to say that in order to have a magnificent bull run and a huge move on the upside, the setup for it is going to take quite a while, probably a couple of months. However, again, I want to be very clear. I just do not believe this scenario is in play. I am like 80% bullish and maybe 10 to 20% bearish. Now, what are the possible scenarios in here? Well, we can say maybe this is going to be from here, 5 up into 1, correction for wave 2. This is a 5-wave up into wave 3, and the current move down might be a corrective movement for 4, and after it, we're going to have another huge move on the upside into wave 5. This is scenario number 1. Can we have another possibility? Yes, we can say maybe this is going to be a 1 and a 2, and then we're going to get huge move up into wave 3, 4, 5. And on a higher degree, this white 5 up is actually going to be into just a larger degree wave 3 and then corrective movement for 4, another move up into wave 5. Which scenario at the moment do I like quite a bit? I'm going to tell you probably this thing right in here that suggests maybe we are dealing with a series of 1-2s. But again, nonetheless, doesn't really matter in the short term which bullish scenario are we going to have. The general possibility, in my opinion, in internet computer is still remains bullish, and I fully believe that this move down right in here is just going to be some sort of a correction structure. Now, if you want to say that starting from this point, we had an ABC flat structure, then okay, odds are we are probably dealing with a flat and a zigzag, and I guess this can be an ABC zigzag, which in it our move down may continue a little bit more. But again, remember, this whole move in my primary scenario is just a correction, and after it's over, what are we going to get? A solid bounce back in order to continue our uptrend. And here's the deal in terms of classic technical analysis, meaning support and resistances, we are having 3 extremely important area. One is going to be right in here between, let's say, 11.9 to about $13. The other one is going to be in here, which kept ICP for so long around these areas between, let's say, $8.5 to about $10. And our final important region is going to be down here between $7.5 to about $7.7. Now, personally, I just don't think that we're going to go down and reach to about this level, but I do believe that it is very much possible for Internet Computer to have another move down in order to fill some gaps which were created as a result of this shadow, and also take the lowest low and reach to about the higher band of this region around $10. At that point, if you see some bullish setups, meaning a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up and then a corrective movement on the downside, you can actually go long in here in hope that we get a huge move on the upside and make quite a bit of money. Now, let's say, okay, we are going to get a move down. Are we going to have in here some potentially bullish signs? Yes, and I think the most important sign is actually on daily time frame in indicators. So what do we have? In MACD, we are definitely having a sell signal, which is not a good sign. And if you want to be bullish with a lot of confidence, you need to wait a bit more and see a buy signal in here. And as you can see, the last buy signal that we got in MACD on Internet Computer's chart was actually down here. And that started about, let's say, 120% move up. Now, in the short term, if we get some more moves on the downside, first, I'm going to argue in RSI, odds are we are going to reach to somewhere around the oversold region, and it means that this downtrend at that point is going to be quite weak and bulls might actually take charge and send the price up. And also in H4 time frame, if I just do this, there we go. What can we have in here in case that we get another move down? Well, on the live chart, we are having a low and the other one is a lower low. However, in RSI, so far, what is this thing? We are having a low. The other one can be a potentially higher low. So basically in here, I'm hoping that we are going to have a bullish divergence in RSI, and here are the lines for it. Excuse me. This is the line in RSI, and this is the line on the live chart, which does actually suggest that we are quite close to our final bottom. And this is the main key. RSI doesn't really pinpoint the absolute bottom. No, a divergence just suggests that we could be potentially close to our final bottom, and hopefully we're gonna get a decent move up. So let's have our final conclusion and wrap up today's video about Internet Computer. I believe this move down right in here changes absolutely nothing about the general bullish possibility in Internet Computer, and I find it extremely hard to believe that our bull run is over, because in order for our bull run to be over, it needs to start first, and in ICP we just haven't done anything. And in terms of Elliott waves, I believe we are just having the most insanely bullish setup that we could ever ask for on any chart. This is, in my opinion, a series of 1-2s. This is 1-2, and then we're going to get huge move up into wave 3, 4, 5, which on a high degree, this 5 up is going to be into a larger degree wave 3, and then corrective movement before another move up into wave 5. And this suggests that in the next couple of weeks in Internet Computer, we are definitely going to continue our uptrend. And at least for now, I do not see a whole lot of evidence suggesting otherwise. And in H4 time frame, I think you should have your eyes on a potentially bullish divergence in RSI if we get a move down, something like this, in order to reach to about the higher band of this region. And at that point, this bullish divergence is not going to be invalidated. Well, I'm telling you, you should definitely start looking for some bullish setup in here in order to go long and hopefully be able to make quite a bit of money. So overall, I just do not believe that we are having anything to be worried about. And I'm not here to sell you any ICP. No, I would highly suggest to just do your own research, come up with your own conclusion. And if you also, like me, think that ICP is a good token, then okay, in terms of fundamentals, you're not going to have anything to be worried about. And in terms of technical analysis, at least from my point of view, we are having some magnificent bullish setups. So these are why I'm feeling, I would say, pretty good about my investments. So I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Internet Computer's chart. Anyway, if you found any value in my content, I would really appreciate if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and follow me on Twitter. And if you want more, Maybe you want a complete analysis for your own specific crypto, or maybe you want to learn some decent TA in order to be able to make good money in the markets. You can become a member and ask me anything you want. And until the next video, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.